Dime.
Mira, mira, voy a mandar. I just sent. Check out WhatsApp. You can schedule in your calendar, and then I just gave you my email address, so you
Ah,
can just you can just invite me, and then you can schedule like consistent events, so you don't have to do it every day. Because
okay.
we already know we're going to meet every Monday and Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just schedule an event, like from schedule an event and then include my email, and
Mm-hmm.
then that will automatically show up in my calendar. I know where to go. You have it in your calendar, and I would recommend doing that with your other students that uh, have like a consistent schedule as well. It'll make your life a lot easier because all you have to do every day, you open up your computer and like you look at your calendar and you're like, oh, I have this at 8 o'clock. Boom! I click this
Mm-hmm.
link. I'm here. You're here, and you don't have to have that process. You know?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so last class we were like talking about the different kinds of past, right? So we have one that is for an action, of course, in the past, but happened a specific amount of times or during an limited time, right? And the other one is when I'm talking about something that happened for an unlimited amount of time or not specific, right?
Yep.
And then we were talking about this new one that is like the translation for this, right? And in this case, we have the verb to have, right? But we're going to, like in this case, the translation for the verb to have is haber.
Okay.
So when we have these words here, we're not going to say tener, right? We're not going to say yo tengo or ella tiene. We're going to use the conjugation form haber. That is this one. Am, as, am, hemos, han. Okay? And then we talked about how to make
Can you give me more examples when I would say like yo
but like this with this or just like yo but without this kind of word or what,
Okay.
because
But
I just have examples with this, so let me explain this and then I'm going to give you more examples. Okay,
okay.
so we said that because for example here I said that the verbs that end with er they're going to turn into il.
Yo he comido.
Mm-hmm. Is exactly correct. Here it would be yo he comido. Yo he comido.
Okay. So when it ends on IDO.
And then again the ir is going to turn into ido. So for
Okay.
example, vivir, vivido.
Okay. So IR is también Ido.
What?
IR is also Ido.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, I was like mixing Spanish and English, which probably doesn't make it easy. Okay.
Yes, it's ar ado. And the other ones and ir is ido.
Okay.
So let's go here. So the examples that I like, you can see here, this conversation, all of the hemos, em, em, is I say this one is when you're talking about an action that finished in the present, right? So here we have a conversation and is using that. But first, um, let's read this. Okay. Hola Nadia, ¿cómo estás? Hola Camila, pues bastante cansada. Esta semana he viajado mucho por trabajo, he dormido fuera de casa.
Gracias.
Tell me.
No, no, I was just ordering. My girlfriend's daughter made me breakfast because my girlfriend had to go for lab work, and I was just asking her for a coffee as well.
Okay. So, yeah, let's read. Like you're going to read this, 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 and I'm going to read the other ones. Okay.
Okay.
So, you can start.
Hola Nadia, ¿cómo estás?
Hola Camila, pues bastante cansada. Esta semana he viajado mucho por trabajo. He dormido fuera de casa casi todos los días y tampoco he comido muy bien. Ya sabes, la vida de los hoteles. Now you. You.
Vaya, which is like wow in that context, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Vaya, cuánto lo siento. Además, he visto en tus redes sociales que te has mudado, ¿verdad?
Sí, Raúl y yo nos hemos mudado a un piso precioso en el centro. Hemos hecho la mudanza nosotros solos y hemos acabado agotados. Now you.
What does that mean? So, nos hemos mudado. We moved a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mudado is yeah.
Un piso, which is like walking.
Is flat, like a
Flat.
yeah,
Okay.
like a we moved.
¿Cómo así?
Raúl and I like moved to a precious flat in the downtown.
Okay. A flat is like
Like
you mean like an
apartment.
apartment?
Yeah, an
Okay.
apartment.
Ah, gracias.
Yeah,
I have a pretty good. I have a pretty good situation where like every day someone makes me breakfast. um, so I'm grateful for that. All right, so we moved to our precious flat in Central Amos, which is like we had made the move.
we have
We have made the move.
yeah, mm-hmm. Because the verb here in remember the reflexive verbs. Yeah.
Say and K. Say and K.
Do you remember the reflexive verbs?
Say.
Yes, sí. So in this case, mudarse, this is the verb. So obviously it is reflexive, right? That's why we have to do again the conjugation, not just like we do usually like this. We're going to add the word that I told you a few classes ago, like me, one of these words, right? In this
Okay.
case, I'm talking about nosotros. So it is nos. Then I'm like for this kind of a verbal time, right? I'm going to put first nos,
Nos hemos.
Ajá.
Mudado.
Then hemos, because it's with this, and then this version of this verb, mudado. Nos hemos mudado because it's a reflexive verb.
Do you have a list of reflexive verbs?
Um, yeah, I can send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to write here so I don't forget. Okay, so yeah, do you have any other question?
You changed your profile picture.
Ah, yeah.
I saw that. All right. So, si Raul y nos hemos. So it's like had. No, not have.
Half. Yeah, because if we're saying this is the translation for have like in present, like here, have,
Okay.
has. If we're talking about had, right, it is a whole new verbal time that it has
Okay. Well,
like the same.
let's stay on. I don't feel like I'm super clear on this one yet. So,
Okay, yeah, but it's the same. And is if you see these words, these kind of words, había, habías, is the
okay.
same. But this, in this case, is in the is this kind of past that's for the actions that in the past, but finished in the present, right?
Okay.
Like they extend um, till present, and yeah, that's when you use it. Also, for example, again, we're going to do some exercises after this, right? It's this. Some of the options have like this, so just ignore them. And if the answer is this, I'm going to tell you, so yeah.
Okay.
And it is important when, like most of the time, of course, it's not always, but most of the time, when you use these words here, like hoy, esta mañana, esta semana, este mes, este año, ya, todavía no, aún no, hace, como hace un rato, hace un tiempo, hace 2 semanas, right? Siempre, nunca, últimamente. This kind of words, it is like it indicates me that I'm going to use this verbal time.
Okay.
Okay, and this is what I told you. For example, hablar, hablado, aprender, aprendido, vivir, vivido, right?
Okay.
And for the reflexive verbs, what I told you, you have to put nos so it makes sense. So yeah, you have to put one of these words because these words are the ones that uh, tell me that the verb here, it is not just mudar, it's mudarse. And we discussed that sometimes mudar and mudarse means different things. Or if you, or some, in some cases, if you remove the se, it doesn't make sense. So it is very important to have this in mind. And yeah, there's some irregular ones, like there's some verbs that I can't um, transform with this, like ido or ado, right? There's some verbs like that,
Of course there is.
but let's talk about that in the next class. Right now,
Okay.
let's do some exercises.
Okay.
So, for these exercises, you're going to have the option of choosing this one, but yeah, we haven't discussed about that, so forget about this option that sometimes it's going to show up. And you're going to have the options from the one that is one time, two times, a specific amount of times, the other one that is not specific, or it happened during an unlimited amount of time. And you also are going to have the option of this kind of past, and you're going to choose the option depending on the situation. Okay.
Okay.
So here we have, hoy he tenido un maravilloso día porque dormir bien. And the options are podía and he podido.
He podido, ¿no?
Ujú. Ayer que levantarme demasiado temprano. So,
He tenido.
no, tuve.
Tuve. Okay.
Ayer tuve que levantarme demasiado temprano because that action, um, like it was yesterday and it happened like once, right? Like you woke up too early and that's it. Like that happened
Okay.
in that time and yeah, it finished, right? He tenido would be if the action like extends till the present, right?
So
But
like last week I had to wake up early every day.
yeah, como like this whole week, that's the phrase, you can say he tenido.
He tenido.
Like this whole week, for example, yeah.
El
Cuan,
semana, el semana pasado he tenido levantarme temprano todos los días.
mm, más bien durante, like it sounds better if you say durante toda la semana pasada. But
He tenido.
it's because you're saying la semana pasada. It's so it's not extending the action till the present. So it sounds a
Okay.
little weird. It is better if you say durante toda esta semana because it is during this whole week and it's in the past, but also extending till
But
the.
in the same situation, if I said durante toda esta semana tuve levantarme temprano, people would know what I was saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. But they might think that I'm from a different country.
Yes.
Okay.
He tenido que levantar.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's some mistakes that if you do, you're going to, like, people are going to understand you, right? But there are some other ones that is like really difficult for the other people to understand.
Did I tell you what happened with my massage girl the other day?
No, what happened?
Oh, okay. So I have a massage girl that comes like 12 hours a week, and 1 hour she does stretching because I have like my back's not great. So she
She
climbs on
does
top of
what?
it.
She has what?
Stretching mentals, stretching.
Ah, okay, okay, yeah, estiramiento.
So, but for this, she climbs on top of me like to stretch me, like to put her weight like on my legs.
Mm-hmm.
So when her body temperature was warm, so I was like, "Estás caliente," and then right after I said it, I was like, "Calor, calor, calor." But like, she just felt like really warm. So
Uh-huh.
whatever, we're friends. It was funny, but like, it was like one of those classic, like not fully understanding Spanish.
Yes. But I think there's no way to say that without sound weird.
Really?
Yeah, you can say like you're like in English, like it also sounds weird if you say like you're hot.
Yeah, but you in English you would say warm.
Ah, okay, warm.
So like saying warm like would be indicative that you're referring to like their body temperature, whereas like hot could have like a connotation like about like a girl's appearance.
Uh-huh.
But if you say you're warm, like a girl will never take that sexually.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we don't
So
have that.
and if you saw it, like it's definitely not the it was not the intention, but it was just funny.
Yeah, we don't have that word like warm and hot. It is the same here.
How do you say like you would say like poco calor
Poco calor.
or
Like
something? Like how would you say warm? Warm is just like okay, so like bath water, you would want your bath water warm,
tibio. Tibio. Like between
but
cold.
cold and hot. So like warm is like in the middle,
Yeah,
like it's warm. So if it was 60 degrees outside, 65 degrees outside, you
60.
might say it's warm. In Fahrenheit.
Ah,
So if it was like 18, okay, then if it was like 18 degrees, you might say it's warm. Where if it's like 27 degrees, you would be like, shit, it's really hot, right?
yeah, but I don't know. 18. It is like cold.
Is it?
Yeah.
What is 18 Celsius? 18 Celsius to Fahrenheit. Hang on. It's 64. I'm from Michigan.
Yeah, like
64 degrees is warm.
no, that is going to be like
It depends where you're from. Like where I'm from, like 3 months a year we have snow, like this high.
yeah,
So
but I don't think we have like a temperature like warm. We just say or either cold or hot, and
okay.
yeah,
All right. Well, next, if the situation occurs again, I assure you, I'm just not saying anything.
yeah. Just you have to keep quiet.
No, I told my girlfriend about it right after. She laughed at me and just like shook her head.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Pequeño.
cuando era cuando era pequeño.
So it's between this one
Yeah.
or this one.
Y vamos, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one.
Have you seen Thomas's commercial where he asks the girl like that he tells her he wants to eat her? That was what made me think that calor caliente thing was so funny because like I'd just seen his commercial and then like I do that.
Yes, I saw, but it was like he posted that video like a lot of time ago, no? Like 1 week ago.
Yeah, like a week.
Yeah. So, viendo una película cuando mi vecina me llamó.
Okay.
So, we were watching a movie when my neighbor called me.
This is one specific time, so it's estuvimos, no?
No, it's
No,
estábamos.
estábamos.
Mhm.
Why?
It's
¿Por qué?
estábamos because this you can see this phrase like you're telling something like you're doing a description of a situation. So in that case, for descriptions also, I use estábamos. Yeah, I didn't like I mentioned it like once, but yeah, when you're doing descriptions, you're going to use the other kind of past that is estábamos. So we were.
But either way, even if I said estuvimos, like people would still understand me. I don't want to get it wrong, but like I think they would still understand me. Yeah.
Yes, like they're going to understand you because it is the same verb and it's the past, right? But it sounds weird.
So when I was in Peru, someone asked me if I was from Brazil, and I was like, "Oh, my Spanish is getting better." And then I remember that people in Brazil speak Portuguese. I was like, "Sweet, I'm like improving." And before, when I would try and speak Spanish to people, they'd be like, "Sorry, I don't speak English." So
But
Brazil's an improvement.
at least it's a Latin language.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Esta semana hemos visitado.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be like a lot to remember. But like generally what I do from what I learned here is then like when I'm speaking with my girlfriend or I'm watching TV, then like I'll pay attention to these specific things. And then like when I'm speaking with my girlfriend or my girlfriend's daughter,
Yeah.
it's really handy because my girlfriend's daughter is 17 and then has really good English. So like I can ask her and I'll be like, oh, is this right or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So but still this language is more complicated than English, I'm pretty sure.
But it's because you're just like, I know technically it's true. Like it's more difficult. But also it's because you're just like mm, trying to understand specific things. So it must seem like a lot of things to understand. But yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, and I've always excelled in math, and then like English, like I was like I can write a good paper, but like I never paid so much attention to like the structure, and it's been many years because I'm like 36, so since I was in school, so like relearning like all of these things about like grammar.
Mhm.
I think if I was an English teacher, that this would probably be easier for me to pick up Spanish because some of the structure must be similar, but well, whatever, we're gonna get it figured out. It's more hours for you. Okay, so. In the summers, the summers are always hot because it's always Aaron, no?
Los veranos siempre eran calurosos. Mhm.
Okay, el lunes me. Okay, so it's a specific time.
Con Mhm.
He encontrado?
No, you say
No.
it's in a specific
Oh,
time.
wait, what? Because it's specific, it's encontré?
Yes. Ajá. El lunes me encontré con mi jefe en el supermercado de la esquina. Porque
Okay.
fue una vez específica.
God, when you translate it word for word, it just sounds so weird.
But it's because it's me encontré. It's not just encontré.
So encontré is a reflexive verb.
Yes. Mhm.
It's encontrarse, no?
Encontrarse. Because encontrar is to find, right? But encontrarse is like to meet.
Okay.
So, yeah, me encontré.
Okay. In 2000, because I empecé.
Ujú. En el 2015 empecé a trabajar en la empresa. Yes.
La humanidad
La humanidad
aprendió
aprendió.
mucho de los errores
Uh-huh.
que
I think this one aprendió mucho is this one. So, yeah, I think. But it's weird, that phrase. I don't know. Maybe it. Yeah. So, forget that.
So this is a pretty advanced lesson. If you're not 100% sure of the answers, you're really stepping it up over there.
No, it's because some of the phrases, like that one, it sounds just weird. Like, I don't know who made this, but it just sounds weird. La humanidad aprendió mucho de los errores que había cometido. No, it sounds good. Yeah, I just said it out loud.
It's probably somebody. It's probably someone who speaks Spanish from a different country, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. That's
Okay.
why it sounds like weird for me. Eh,
Cuando, cuando llegué a casa, I think it's llegué, ¿no?
yes, llegué.
Yeah. Ah, llegué, and then ¿qué? Se
But
durmió, ¿no?
se había dormido. Se
¿Sí?
había dormido. Ujú. Cuando
Why?
llegué a casa, mi hermanito ya se había dormido. And the reason is, like, we haven't talked about this kind of past, but we use that one when we're talking.
I'm just not sure there's so many types of past.
But you also have that in English.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we're going to use that one when we're talking about an action. We're saying something in the past, right? But then we are also talking about something before that in the past. So
Okay.
llegué a casa de mi hermano, right? That happened in the past, but he sleeping was like more even in the past. So yeah.
Because he was already asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hoy no, pero ayer a cántaros.
That would depend on what Kantaro says.
I, a cántaros is like raining a lot. Like,
A
how do you say
Kantaro.
that? Like drawing.
You might say like a torrential downpour.
Yes, but like drowning. Drowning. Yeah.
Do you
Uh,
think 2.1 million is a reasonable amount to pay for a place in La America for a three-bedroom place?
what do you say?
Sorry, I'm super ADD, but I have a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not a friend. My massage girl is looking to move to La America, and she's
Uh-huh.
looking for a place, and she's supposed to go see a place that's 2.1 million. Is that pretty normal for a three-bedroom?
2.1,
2.1. Yeah,
like the rent.
yeah.
I think that's expensive.
It sounded expensive for that far out of.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that sounds, but I don't know the prices of rent usually.
Okay,
So yeah.
all right. So I'll ask somebody else.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
it just
it sounds expensive for me.
okay.
Um, and yeah, Acantaros is like raining a lot, but
Okay. But this one I don't know.
okay, so hoy no, hoy no, and we have to decide between llovía, llovió, or ha llovido. Um, we can think like it hasn't rained yet, right? So it would be this one. But
Okay.
yesterday already passed, right? So it rained yesterday, right? So it's this
Okay.
one.
Ano pasado. Costa. What the hell is that? Kata.
Catástrofes,
Oh, catastrophes.
yes. Medioambientales, yeah. In
What is medio ambientales?
the like the adjective for environment, like, but I don't know, like it's a weird word, like you're never going to hear this word, like I've never say that.
Oh, okay.
Medioambientales, just like
Wouldn't it?
catastrophes.
So it's como environmentales,
Yes, like catástrofes en el medio ambiente. Like in the,
like natural disasters.
yes, catástrofes naturales, yeah.
Okay. El año pasado había
Hubo.
hubo. Okay. But hubo must be some conjugation of había, right?
Yes,
Because we haven't talked about that one yet. Okay.
it's not this one because of
Yeah, I didn't think so, but
el año pasado hubo muchas catástrofes ambientales. Yeah. Yeah.
in el siglo XX.
20.
Okay.
Yeah, 20.
No. Well, what is siglo? What is siglo?
Century.
Century. Okay, siglo is century.
The 20th
Um,
century.
in el siglo XX.
I in this case try to like translate, right? Because you have like you don't
In the
have the two kind of past that have the same translation, right? You have different translation. So think in the 20th century we began.
empezamos.
Mm-hmm, yes. Jorge was born in September 20th of 1998.
Is it ha nacido or is it nació?
Nació.
Nació. Okay.
Jorge nació. Los Rodríguez, las vacaciones en una isla desierta.
Los Rodriguez. Is that like the Rodriguez family?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's like the Rodriguez. It's like how you would say the Rodriguezes. Okay. Los Rodriguez. Habían pasado or no? Or pasaban?
Los Rodríguez, it is pasaron. But
Okay.
again, like it depends this specific phrase because I didn't do this exercise, like I didn't make them.
Okay.
I didn't make them. Like I think it depends on the intention you have. You can say any of this one. The first that you think is that you're just saying they spent their holiday there like once. I'm just saying that it happened that time, right? Like that's the basic thing you think when you say that phrase, right? But also you can say like they used to do that on their holidays. They used to do that, right? Like many times on like every year in their holiday they do that. You can say also that, and in that case you will use pasaban,
Okay.
right? And if I'm telling something that happened and before that it was the like it happened the holidays of them, you can say habían pasado. I think
Okay.
is this one because this is the like the basic one, like the first you think. I hope.
Okay.
Yeah. Estoy muy contenta. Un paquete de mi amiga.
A recibido.
He recibido.
So,
Ujú. Ya sabía que Luciana. I think it's this one. But yeah, it's
okay.
it's the other kind of bus that we haven't discussed. So
Okay.
this one. El podcast del domingo, genial.
Fue.
Ujú. La secretaria llamarme. In this one, again, try to translate because in this case, it's going to be useful.
The secretary forgot to call me. Oliviaba, no?
Eh, no, so it doesn't make sense if you translate it.
Yeah.
Like, has forgot to call me.
So a Oliviado has forgot to call me, but you would never say you would just say she forgot to call me.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So
Because if you say olvidaba, like you can say, la secretaria olvidó llamarme, right? You can say
okay.
that. You can say that. But if you say olvidaba, again, it is something that happened many times or for not a specific amount of times, right? So if you say that, it sounds like every day, like it's a routine for her to not call you, or you're telling a story and that's part of the story. So yeah, and that's why it's not olvidaba. And now this one. En lo
And
que
locate
va de año, do you understand this phrase?
and locate something that happened this year.
Yeah, like um, what, like I don't know how to say it in English, but you're saying like so far in the year, and then you're going to say something like so far in the year. Yeah.
Amos practicado, no?
Hemos practicado. Ujú. El certificado el año pasado. So I had the certificate last year.
Había obtenido.
No, it's not that option. I forget about
Okay.
this one.
Oh, I'm not sure then.
Like it was like I got the certificate that time and that's it. Like the action is already like finished.
Obtuve.
Mm-hmm. This one I think. Uh,
I still don't understand the difference between podía y podría.
okay. So podría. I'm talking about the possibility, and podía is just the past.
Okay.
So there's no possibility now. Like I'm just talking like in the past I could do that, right? But this podría is the could, but for the possibility. I'm talking about possibilities. So in this case is this one because hoy podría desayunar cualquier cosa. I could have for breakfast anything except coffee, right? I'm talking about the possibility of eating anything.
Okay.
Wait, hoy he podido. No, it sounds weird. He podido desayunar cualquier cosa is not that one. Like I just were
I
the
could have, but I could have had.
like hoy he podido desayunar cualquier cosa. It also makes sense, but I will never say that. It's a weird phrase to say. And it's what I told you. Like it depends on the what you want to say, right? So it happened the same. You could choose any of those. Podía were also like a possibility, right? But what I thought it was the possibility, right? What
Yeah.
the person wanted to say here, but in the I can't like go back. But yeah, in the last one is that he or she has had those options for breakfast, but I don't know. For me, it just sounds weird. And
Okay.
also, you could say like you had those options for breakfast, and now you don't, right? It's already in the past, and but with that conjugation, you could say that, and you were going to make yourself like understood, right? It depends on what you want to say. Now let's do this one finally, and yeah.
Okay. Uh, sin duda, sin duda alguna, without a doubt.
Uh-huh.
No.
Like llegar a conocerse is like get to know you or get to know someone. Okay, just this one, and
So, what do you want to be when you grow up?
when I grow up,
Yeah.
I already I want to like maybe like I know it sounds I don't know how to say it in English, like suena poco posible, pero yo siempre he querido como trabajar en la NASA.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I mean, you can if you put your mind to it. Like, no, it's a lot of it. Okay, a lot of like what will occur in your life is going to be based on your belief systems.
Mm-hmm.
So if you view something as like this is not very possible,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, this dream is like very improbable.
Mm-hmm.
Like then that will be that's a limiting belief. So I would encourage you to let that limiting belief go.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what you really want to go after it, and say that like this is something that is possible for me. I
Mm-hmm.
accept this, and I'm smart enough, I'm talented enough, and I'm determined enough to do so. And
Mm-hmm.
if I really want to achieve this, I will. But that would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
So my mom is into leadership. So since I've been like 4 years old,
Uh-huh.
I've been trying. She was like a public speaker.
Yeah.
So, but in general, no, that's cool. That's a cool dream. I was just curious, but okay. So sin and duda. All right, sin duda alguna. No, they have not. Abrian llegado. They have not arrived to get to know
No,
them.
but I here llegaron. a conocer, I say llegaron a conocerse. When I'm saying llegar a conocer, right, is like get to know. So here, like without a doubt, they didn't get to know each other.
Okay, so without a doubt, no. Oh, llegaron.
Llegaron ya. So
Okay. Okay, perfect. So I will see you on Monday. You have a great weekend. Okay.
okay,
All right. Yeah. Bye.
bye.